Alright, let's play some Mario World. Oh, I gotta disconnect the... God damn it. Forgot to... I don't want it to be monitoring. I just want... input. There we go. Perfect. And... we are live. Cool. Alright. Now, I figured might as well play some Mario World because... I mean, why not? I like Mario World, it's fun, and I'm actually somewhat decent at it, unlike a lot of these other games. I'm just like, I'll play Mario, why not? Playing it on... I'll just skip this. Yeah. Playing it on Super Nintendo, just hooked up to OBS with some recording software, and then it's connected to an old CRT television. It's the most it's the most screwed up like setup you could imagine. Like I have let me think. I have so the Super Nintendo's set up, right? And then the Super Nintendo's running the composite cables to hold on. It's running it from the Super Nintendo to composite, and then the composite goes into a 2 HDMI converter. And then that goes into an HDMI splitter. So one's going into the computer, and then the next HDMI from that splitter is running into a converter to convert it back into white, yellow, red cables, and then on top of that, it's plugged into those cables are plugged into a coaxial input switch, so, and then that's plugged into my TV. It's like 5 degrees of separation. I've never had this many like converters and systems like set up. Like it's really funny, honestly. But anyway, this is Mario World. I mean, who the hell doesn't know it? I mean, if you're watching Mario World, you know what the hell's going on. But I like to think I'm somewhat decent at this game. You know, like I can get along. I'm not gonna be setting any world records or anything, but I'm at least halfway decent. Yoink. Get that 15. Yeah, when I first played this, it was actually on the Game Boy Advance version, and that one's kind of crunched down, and in some ways that kind of sucks, but you actually, I think, do get a bit more like left and right, like visual, like, you get a bit more of a widescreen, widescreen thing. So actually, I'm more used to playing the Super Mario Advance, what is that, 2? I think it's Super Mario Advance 2 version than I am actually playing the Super Nintendo version. Oh. But unfortunately, I don't actually have any, like, save capabilities on this, because this is a very old cartridge, and it's just not going to be able to save anymore, so I'm probably just going to have to play this all in one shot right now. I don't think I'll be able to get to every level. It could take a while, but... Yoink! I always love the bonsai bills. Oh, wait. Fuck you, Yoshi. You don't really need Yoshi. Not at least for these early levels. He doesn't even really serve much of a purpose beyond being a sacrificial pawn. Hey, there we go. Yoink! Ah, damn, I missed. That's alright. Ain't no biggie. I was never really good at doing the, special stage thing where it's like you gotta match the number, or the mushrooms, stars, whatever, it doesn't really matter. I always figure just go to the right side, hit, and just kind of hope you get whatever you want. Yellow Switch Palace. Doo-doo-doo. I've always found that it's easier to start at the other end, or like right here. Get a little bit of a running start. Oh, fuck. Come on. Damn it. Okay, whatever. I don't even care. Fine. I admit it. Get all these coins. You can get a shit ton of extra lives in Mario World. It is not a hard game by any real metric. It's way easier than Mario 3 was. And I still think Mario 2 is... I'd say in terms of like the first 4 Mario games, I'd say the hardest one is probably... I'd say Mario 2. Like, I know a lot of people say it's actually an easy game, but I've always had a lot of trouble with Super Mario Bros. 2. It's the only one of the original, like, 4 that I'm just, like... I've played it a lot. I have it on Nintendo and Super Nintendo and, you know, all the other crap, but, like, I've never really been very good at actually, like, playing it. I've always been very... It's something about the controls, or just... It's a very weird game. And everybody knows the reason why, so I'm not even going to mention it here. It's such an old, overused fact. It's not even worth mentioning. Do wonder how many points I'll end up getting by the end of this. So usually as a kid, I would end up playing... I would end up playing Mario 1 and 3 a lot with my sister on our NES. But... she was never really that great at it, so most of the time it was kind of just me carrying. So I just kind of got really good at remembering the layouts of the levels. There's only one level in, I think, all of Mario 3 that I'm just like, no, I hate that level, and that's the castle, or sorry, the fortress in... Whoop! That almost got me. It's the fortress in the last world, Bowser's world, fight hell, basically. That one's always been just a bit tricky with all the doors and the moving platforms. I've always had a bit of an issue with that one very specifically, and I'm not sure why. It's just, well, I do know why. It's because it's fucking confusing, and I'm just always like, I don't want to look up a guide. I don't want to look up a guide. And so I never end up looking up a guide, and then I just sit there and go, like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Hey, what's up, Pokies? Is this a... Oh yeah, if it was with Yoshi, I think this would have been a 1-up, maybe? Not really sure. I know when you go in there with the Pokies, and Yoshi... I screwed that up. They are taller. But Yoshi can eat them, so it's like, whatever. Come on, give me an extra life. Ain't happening. Not that I'm gonna need it. Not on this game. I mean, I'll die inevitably. It happens, you know. It does. But I don't generally need a lot of extra lives to clear out Mario World. It's, like I said, it's a pretty easy game. Especially if you played it as much as, like, you know, I have. Not to say that I'm a fucking grandmaster or any shit like that, but I'm at least capable. You know, I've played this for many years. I always like this. If you just chill out here and just boop, boop, and keep hitting them, you can actually rack up, like, a couple of 1-ups. See? It still counts as if you just hit them. So you can just... bang. Bang. One more. Come on. Are you shitting me? Sometimes that always gets me. Anyway. Now, an interesting thing I always thought as a kid was, when I first played this, actually, this version was on the Nintendo Wii, on the Virtual Console, and I was always very used to the Game Boy Advance version. So, on the Virtual Console version, and this one, because it's original, if you get hit, you just straight up lose your power-up. But I'm like 90% sure... I always love that. If you just keep pushing, like, you won't get crushed. But I'm like 99% sure that if you get hit on the Game Boy Advance version... Ow. Trying to show off. Yep. Are you kidding me? This is what happens. You sit there and talk a big game that you're good, and then you suck. That's okay. That's Iggy Koopa, though. He's a bitch. Or he's a basic. He's a little babby. Probably shouldn't curse too much. Not playing Mario. Maybe I'll try that Expedition 33 and maybe I'll be able to curse a bit more there, but I should probably kind of keep it at least like PG for Mario. No, Nintendo, please don't sue. Oh my god, there's so many wires running across my My setup, you wouldn't believe how ridiculous it looks. It looks completely, like, asinine. It's silly. Now the question, are we gonna go for the Star Road or not? Come on, dude. Get the cape. Yeah, cape's cool as shit. I'm not gonna go for the Star Road. I'm gonna just try and, like... I'm just gonna try and go, like, hardcore, you know? Blast through it. The only section that I can see being even kind of difficult would maybe be, like... Oh, no. Let me think. Chocolate Island can be kind of a pain in the ass. But I don't think there's very many other spots. I guess Soda Lake if you go to there, but that's an optional area. You don't have to go to Soda Lake. You just have to pass the Cheese Bridge or whatever. Oh, I always love this. As a kid, I remember sitting there trying for hours, because on the Game Boy version, there's like this thing where it's like a counter. It'll tell you like how many are left. But the problem with the cape is that just you have so much control over just like flying that you really could just absolutely blow through 95% of the levels in this game without actually playing any of them by just flying over it. And it's a crutch. It's a really bad crutch that this game has. And Mario 3 kind of had it with the Tanuki suit and the, you know, the raccoon tail. But this one's way more egregious because there's way more power-ups. Oh. And so, oh, come on. It was like when you get on Yoshi. Yoink, yoink, yoink. When you get on Yoshi, you have a bit of a different, like, sound. Like, there's a bit of a prattling in the background, like a drum. It's like... Gives a little bit extra. And that's in every stage, I believe, that you can have Yoshi. It will add a little bit of a backing track to the level. Oh, and if you don't know, by the way, just for future reference, I don't know why you wouldn't know, but if a level has a red dot, so see how it's a red dot? So these can be either red or yellow. If it's yellow, it means there's just one singular way to actually complete that level. If it's red, that means there's more than one. I can think of a couple levels where there's... Let me think. 1, 2... I think in the Forest of Illusions there's a level that has 3, maybe? Maybe I'm misremembering that, but I know for a fact that each level that has the red dot at least has 2. And there's one ghost house that will trick your ass, and because it's a ghost house, it doesn't just tell you that there's 2 or 3 or, you know, whatever exits. You just assume there's just the one. And so you can actually... I kind of expected Yoshi to come back, I'm not gonna lie. No, it's not that one. I think it's this one. Yes. Okay, so you go here. Oh, perfect. So if you have a blue shell, Yoshi can fly. Yoink. Easy peasy. So that gets us to the red switch? Green. Green. Best switch. Because green gives you feather. Oh, I'm so stupid. Totally forgot that Yoshi will breathe fire when he has a red Koopa shell. When he has yellow, he has, like, this ground pound stomp, but... it's easily the most useless of all of them. I can't think of a single situation where the ground pound's actually a very useful ability to have that's better than flying or shooting fire or just spitting out the shell if it's green. The best ones you can get actually are the multicolored ones, because they give you all the powers, which is pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to go back to Donut Plains 2. Just blast through this. So, like I said, I'm actually playing this on an old television. I think the thing's from, like, the early 80s, maybe? Like, it's gotta be pretty damn old, because, like I said, it doesn't have component or composite or anything input. It's got an antenna input, and that's it. It's like, deal with it. So generally everything I play on this has to run through like a converter, and it's not a really great TV, but it's nostalgic because it's the same TV I used to play on as a kid. So to me, like games on the Nintendo, the NES, or I generally, Sega Genesis or what have you, like they look proper when they're on the CRT. And I guess people could make the argument of there's like that slight lag input delay on modern televisions, but generally that's not too big of an issue. But we're gonna go through this quick. So you can actually forgo getting the key, and you can just run right by and you're at the end, which is nice. We'll get a bonus spot, get a few extra lives. It'll be fun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh man, my neck hurts. Oh. Yeah, and that's usually what I do. I just kind of run through and pick one spot, because usually I never remembered exactly where the spot is for each one, so I just pick a spot, go for it, and whatever I get, I just keep going. So this is the ghost house. And by the way, Yoshi can't come into the ghost house, he's scared. I think that's actually what it says in the manual, but you can fly up here. I remember finding this out as a kid. Like, as a child, I was like, there's like one level, like, I don't know, like, I played this game so much that, I just kind of found all the secrets, like, by, just playing the game, just running around all the time, just like, oh, where's this at, where's that at, I gotta find that, it's interesting. So, if you get this, you get the top secret zone, and in the Game Boy version, this has like a cute little, like, I think it's a cute little hill. But right here you can get infinite lives just by coming in and out. But over here you get fire flowers, and over here you get feathers. And if they don't have them, they'll obviously have mushrooms, and then you can just literally come back here infinite amount of times. You can always go back to each level in Mario World. There's no penalty. With the sole exclusion of castles, which you actually can. I'm not gonna fly. That's the issue with the caves. It's a bit easy to just sort of like run a bit too fast and then jump up there. With the sole exception of the castles, which you actually have to, I believe, hold left and right, or L and R, on the shoulder buttons. I don't think there's anything up there on this one. Yeah, there's nothing up here, but there's a ghost house way later on. I think it's the one in Chocolate Island. And that one, I believe you do actually need to, like, be proficient at that little task of running, or making it just right. But you just go through here, do it twice. I could have flown, but what's the point? Might as well show it. We got time. But yeah, you can redo all the levels in Mario World, so I always found that to be really fun as a kid. Because in Mario 3, you're just like, nope, gotta go. You never really get a chance to just kind of sit there and chill. Like, sometimes you have a really favorite level, and when you're older, you're like, who cares? But like when you're a little kid, especially like in a game like Mario, or like, I guess a good example would be like the Lego games. In the Lego games, they have the same kind of general idea that like you can go back and find all the little secrets. See, there's the screen even goes up just for you, but I'm not gonna do that. It's basically cheating. But yeah, in the Lego games, especially like the ones when they first came out, like I played the crap out of like the first two Lego Star Wars games, Lego Indiana Jones. I guess I played a little bit of Batman, and I think I played, I had Pirates of the Caribbean later on. I wasn't too big on that at that point, but at least the first few Lego games I remember really, really loving, just going back and looking for all the little secrets and trying to become true Jedi, get all the studs and everything. It was really fun. And I think a lot of that comes from, like, Mario. You know, this is kind of generally the same thing, where you just kind of run through. Ah! No. Damn it. I wonder what the actual odds are of getting each individual, like, one perfect. Because I've done it once, and I was like, whoa, I must get something special, and then you don't get anything special, you just get more lives. Boink. 24. Do-do-do-do. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I'm gonna have to lean my chair back. My neck is killing me. But, you know, everybody's got, like, a game that they're just, like, really good at, or just, like, they feel like they're like, yeah, I'm pretty competent at that game. And I think for me, it's, oh, here we go. Yeah, so you get... You get everything. But, generally speaking, I would say, like, the game that I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm good at that game. Like, it's probably the first couple Mario games. Like, I'm not incredible at them, but I'm pretty damn competent. You see that? It just went right in between him. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, I forgot the Goombas in this game are so fucking weird. They look more like apples. They don't really look like Goombas. Yes! Hammer Bro, you can't do shit. Hammer Brother looks kind of like an Eskimo. You know, he's got like that little coat. Looks kind of cozy. You know, I got an Eskimo. Well, it's not called an Eskimo, but it's a... Nice, 40. I've got a, they're not called parkas. They're called, like, Sherpa, like, pullover, like, sleepy time, like, hoodie jacket thing. That thing's comfy as fuck, but I can't find it right now. Aw, man, I missed and I screwed it up. Oh, I'm gonna get the head down like, oh, you're a failure! Ah, damn it. Yep, failure. If you fail, he puts his head down like in shame. Wait, what? Oh, I guess that's a Game Boy. Maybe I guess it's just a Game Boy Advance thing. In the Game Boy Advance version, if you screw up, he kind of like puts his head down like, oh, I failed. Bye, Yoshi. All right. Oh yeah, here's another spot you can fly up if you're good enough. I don't know if I am. Ah, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Yeah, and generally using the spin for jumping when you have the feather, it's a useful little trick to just be able to, like, go vertically really quick without having to do the fly around thing. I'm hoping that by... Wow. What bad luck, holy crap. I'm hoping I can get 99 lives by the end of this. That would be fun. Or at least as close as I can, without just trying to farm, like, lives. That would be, you know, I mean, it's easy to get 99 lives in Mario World. The problem with this game is that if you turn the game off, you're just going to turn it back on and have 5 lives. So there's not really much of a reason to, like, farm lives unless you're, like, a little kid and you're just stuck and you're like, I need all the lives, or you have a sibling who's not exceptionally, you know, good at these kind of games, so you just kind of can share them in the multiplayer version. You know. Whew. I will say, though, I do like the fortress castles a lot more in... Oh, come on. In Mario World than I do in Mario 3. I feel like in Mario World they're a little bit more fun. They're usually a bit more vertically oriented. They got a lot more moving things. I mean, it's a newer, you know, at the time, it's a Super Nintendo. It's a lot more powerful system than an NES. But generally, I think they're a little bit more creative. Because especially by the end of Mario 3, you're just kind of fatigued. You're like, I'm just done with these fortresses. And then you got to go to Bowser's land, you know, the Land of Fire or whatever. And you're sitting there and you're like, oh my god, I have to go onto this weird L-shaped, like, wedge. And that's your, that's your final castle. I'll let him drop one time just to kind of show what he does. I think if you stand still, you'll actually get frozen for a second. I'll let him do it. Yeah, but he's a bitch. He's a little babby. Bum 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 ba-da. 30 lives. How long has it been? So about 25 minutes, and we're already on Vanilla Dome, which is the third world, I guess you could call it, third location in the game. Getting a blanket because it's kind of getting cold. Oh, damn. My avatar's got like a little sweater on. I should probably put a sweater or something on. It's kind of cold down here. Oof. You ever get that thing where like you put on a jacket and it's like it's kind of room temperature because it's, you know, it's not on you yet, and so it's actually like for a few seconds you're even colder than when you didn't have anything. You're like, oh, it's even worse. I've screwed up. Oh, and I got this like wool. I have this like wool blanket, and it's really warm, but like it's so damn itchy. Like it's crap wool. Like it's not good. Oh, he got me. Oh, no. Yoshi, come back. Oh, well. Ah, it happens. Okay. 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 Okay, we're gonna switch out for the flower. Boom. Damn. Probably needed Yoshi for that, to be honest. Yep. Ah, well. Who needs the red switch anyway? I don't need that crap. We're just going... it doesn't even matter. I don't feel like going on side paths anyway. I'm just gonna try and go kind of straight through. Oh, didn't even get the one up, man. I'm just sucking today. Is this the one where you... No, okay. There's a level later on where it's just like the secret entrance is literally just like... It looks just like that, and you just have to fly backwards. It's like it's a total like... Oh, come on. Get it together, man. This is your moment, man. This is your moment. This ain't shit. Duh. Whatever. I'm not even mad. I'm not mad. I'd say Vanilla Dome's where the game starts becoming at least like not ridiculously easy, and I'm just not gonna go for any more of the switches unless they're just on the way. Mainly because they are gonna make some of the later levels a bit too easy. Well, the only level I can think of where it makes it like really easy is in... God damn, this is a really itchy... Oh god. It's so itchy. I can't stand it. Can't stand the itchy. Is the, it's in the Star World. Let me set this up. Okay. That way I don't gotta keep moving my neck. Vanilla Dome 2. I think this is technically our first... No, it's not the first actual underwater level. I always love this. You can just yoink. You can kick the fish. Still a bit of a buff. There's way too many water levels in Mario 3. I'll say that. Nobody likes water levels. They are devil in Mario games. Well, they're not terrible, but I'm just not a fan. I mean, they're not as bad as like Sonic, like water levels, because you at least have like movement and momentum in Mario, but still not a fun time. I just find that weird. You know, you would just assume, like, of all the things that are, like, an enemy for Mario or just, like, a problem, like, you would assume he would probably have, like, a breath mechanic, but he doesn't, not in the old games, at least. In Mario 64, he gets one, but that's a different story. Yo, what's up, Chuck? Joink. Joink. Thanks. That was weird. Nah, I don't need another fire flower. I don't care. Go for the Yoshi coin. Level's end is right here. Is this the first one that splits into like 3? Yeah, it is. I always thought that was a really cool trick. The first time I saw it, I was like, oh crap. Really threw me off. Whew. Doop. Do you know about carrying an item over the goal in hand? Yeah, actually, I do know about carrying the item in the goal in hand. Sorry for not seeing that earlier. I don't know if you mentioned that. Yeah, you get the, what is it, a mushroom, I think, in Mario World? I think it's a mushroom. It's either a mushroom or a 1-up, depending. I think it's a 1-up, actually. No, it's a mushroom, because I've seen it happen where you... Oh, it's random? I don't know. I mean, I can test it later on when next time I get to a level. But I do know what you're talking about, because I've had it happen once or twice where... Come on, boo. It's been 20 years, because I swear it's random. I mean, I'll have to check. I wouldn't doubt it. There's a lot of, like, little weird things in the Mario games where they seem either random or there's, like, some weird concurrent thing. Like, I remember as a kid thinking that the fireworks were, like, random. And then I found out years later that it's like, no, actually, it's based on the timer. It's like... Oh, see, I don't like doing that. It's a bit cheap. It's based on the timer in Mario 1. If you get to the end of the level and you get on the flagpole, if it ends in like a 3, you get a 1, and then if it ends in like a 7, you get 4, and it's like I think it's a 9, you get like the whole shebang. Did I just go in a loop? I forgot. Yeah, I'm so stupid. But oh. But yeah, I think it's something like that. But appreciate the comments, Level Up Leon. I'm always down to have, you know, fun comment, chat, or whatever. It doesn't bother me. That's mostly what I like to do. I like playing games. You know, it's fun, and I'm okay at Mario, but it's really more about, like, sitting here and chatting with people or just kind of shooting the breeze. Yeah. Well, let me see. Yeah, so much older games is time-based. The entire Zelda 1 is timer-based, even mob spawns. Is it really? So, actually, a funny thing about Zelda 1 is... Oh! I have Zelda 1, actually. I played it a lot as a kid. Oh, I forgot the... See, Ghost House. So, Zelda 1, I remember as a kid, I would run around, and I beat the first dungeon, and I could never find the second one. I was like, where the hell is it? To this day, I still don't know where it's even at. I was like, where is it? And, like, I've beaten Link to the Past. I've been, you know, let me think. Link's Awakening was the first one I ever played, on my Game Boy. And then I beat Link to the Past on GBA, that port with the Four Swords adventure. And... Oh, I fell. That was the first death. But I could never figure out what the hell to do in the original Zelda. And then I looked up like a guidebook online one time of it. And it was like, oh, you got to do this, that, and the other thing. And it's this... I was like, how would you ever figure out any of this without, like, Nintendo Power as a kid? Or, like... other kids on the schoolyard being like, hey, did you know that you have to go to the graveyard and play the flute and do this and burn this bush? And I'm like, there's no way that a kid within a vacuum like me, like I played it in God, I guess I would have been playing it like 1999, 2000 first time. How would you, as a kid without access to those resources, figure any of that out? Like, if someone legitimately figured out like how to beat the original Legend of Zelda, I would be amazed, because that game is cryptic as shit. But yeah, lots of older games have a lot of weird like timer-based things where it's like based on the frame or whatever. God damn it. Based on the frames or whatever's going on, like there can be effects. Yoink. Yoink. Okay, now I carry it. I cannot believe I forgot that. Again, I haven't really played this game in a while. Right, Zelda 1 has a section of the guide that teaches mapping and dungeons by hand. Does it really? I actually do have the guide somewhere around here. I have to look. It's somewhere around here. So actually, I've got my original Nintendo. It was my grandfather's. Well, my uncle's. He gave it to my grandpa. So we played it at my grandpa's house. But he kept all of the booklets. So I actually do have the original Legend of Zelda booklet somewhere around here. I do have it. I've got that, and then like came with an old world poster, stickers, to map location. See, I didn't have the poster or the map location, so I was always running around the world like, where the hell do I go? What do I do? I miss when games came with like all those little goodies. That was such a fun thing. Like I miss when games had like really good colored manuals. Now they don't. I mean, you don't even. Damn it. It's okay. But yeah, like I remember as a kid, I used the Oblivion map, like that it came with. Like I was like, oh, this is so cool. Like I felt like it was such a big deal to have like a map of the game. Like what a cool little bonus. And you know, games used to have fun like little stories or like, you know, writings in the manuals themselves, and you were just like, oh, that's kind of neat, flavor text. And usually I guess what the assumption for that was for me was that it was to keep kids busy while they're in the car. You know, they're really excited to play their game when they get home. Like the best example I can think of was I think I was way too young for it, but I was probably like 13 or I was probably 13 or 14. And I got my dad to buy me Fallout 3, and like I had seen it in like a review from like Classic Game Room, if that means anything to anyone anymore. And I was like, oh, that looks so damn cool. I gotta play that. And I got it, and I was like, whoa, yeah, screw that. And I got it, and then I remember in the game booklet it says like, oh, it's a journey, and yes, there is an end. The game does end, and then later on it got Broken Steel, and I was like, well, that was a fucking lie. Oh, but yeah, games used to have so much more like care and craftsmanship just kind of thrown at them. Now a lot of the time, it's like it feels very much like manual. We don't need that. I mean, hell, some games don't even have a physical disc in them anymore. I would have loved some stickers. That's always cool. Stickers, little bullcrap. Things you can like send in for like a poster or a t-shirt or something. That was always kind of fun for me. I had like so much stuff when I got my Nintendo 64. I got a the game guide for it. Like it's this yoink. Hey, there we go. Special level. And I got the game guide for it, and I was like blown away like how much crap was in Donkey Kong 64. I was like, dude, there is so much shit in this game. And even years later, I'm like, dude, there is way... Damn it. There we go. There is too much to collect in that game, but I still love Donkey Kong 64. That game has a lot of, like, nostalgia for me. I love collect-a-thon games. I love Mario games. I love platformers. It's kind of the stuff I grew up on, you know? It's fun. Vanilla Dome 4. Never was a huge fan of the Vanilla Dome levels. They're fine, but they're nothing, like... They're not my favorites. I do love, like, Force of Illusion. I think that's probably one of my favorite areas in this game. And usually I'd say the most common answer for, like, the favorite of, like... Older games... They had to be... Older games were solid, they had to be. No updating after... yeah, that's true. 100%. Like, can you imagine, like... If games back in the day were just as broke as shit as they are now, like, you would never sell you would sell, like, 5 copies, and people were like, don't fucking buy that, it's total trash. Just like back in the day, like, you would have games, I guess, you did actually have games like that. You had a good amount of them on, like, Game Boy, or, you know, NES, or Genesis, where they would just be kind of trash, or just, like, really busted in certain regards, and people would tell each other, like, don't buy that, it's not fun. It's, because that's what people would say, is they'd be like, it's not a fun game. And that's really what it comes down to, is that older games are more fun, generally, than newer games, because the developers knew that they had to make a solid game. They were like, oh, I gotta make a game, and it's gotta be worth a damn, or else I'm not gonna, you know, nobody's gonna buy it. They did find that legendary ET pit. I remember reading that, like, about it when it happened. I was like, wait, what? That was real? I remember, like, Ah, damn, missed it. I remember, God, when was the first time I heard about the ET, that whole problem? It was probably from, like, the Angry Video Game Nerd. Someone probably in the comments section on, like, one of his videos about, like, the Sega CD was like, oh, do ET, do ET. And I was like, what the hell is this? And then it's like, yeah, it turned out they really did just bury them in the damn desert. I was like, oh my god, I thought that was like a... Ah, damn, fuck you, Kamek. I thought that was like an urban myth, and then it turned out to be real. They really did just go and bury like thousands of cartridges out in the desert because it was just cheaper than just doing anything else with them because they got returned. Oh man, that is a funny story. So yeah, you're all right. That there are exceptions. There were a good many games that were a bit trash. Yoink. Oh. Yeah, there were a bunch of games back in the day that, especially for the Atari, I've heard that there were a lot of like really trash games on the Atari 2600, and then I guess on the ColecoVision too, and I guess the Intellivision to a smaller degree. I don't think Intellivision was as big of a success as ColecoVision, and obviously nowhere near as big as the 2600. And we don't talk about the 5200, because have you ever met anybody that had a 5200? Or like, I've never even seen one in person. Like, now that I'm thinking about it. Damn it! I've never even seen one in person now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, that ET thing was pretty funny to find out is a real thing. That's like one of those like little gaming myths that you're like, oh no, they couldn't have done that. It's not real. And then it's like, holy crap, they really did. It's funny. It's like finding out like it's like finding out like an artist that you really liked had like an album that sold so shit they got all overturned, and they're like, what do we do with them? What do we do with them? And they're like, throw them into a tar pit. And then some archaeologist finds them like 500 years later. Oh, can you imagine if like in like 300 years, like we hadn't found these Atari cartridges, and then someone really did like unironically fucking dig this up like way later on. They'd be like, what the hell is this? Oh, damn it. These are actually the harder boss fights. The ones with the... Damn it. The ones with the... Oh my god. It's... Yep. It's... Total pain in the ass. It's all dependent on where he's gonna appear. See? And there's like this really long, like, delay where he like goes down and he's completely invulnerable. There. Okay. Whew. I mean, when I was a kid, like, the games that I thought were, like, just the best, like, you know, I loved, like, you know, all the old Nintendo games, but, like, I loved, like, Jak and Daxter, you know, Sly Cooper. I played a lot of games on, like, the PlayStation 1, you know, like Ape Escape. And they were just so solid. Like, all of those games were really solid games. Like, you could really sit there and play the hell out of those. Banjo-Kazooie, Majora's Mask. I mean, God, I can't even tell you how long I spent just running around in Majora's Mask, like, not knowing what the hell to do, but just having a fun time, because the game's so well crafted. Like, even though I had no idea what to do. And I think that's what it comes down to, is the game fun, yes or no? And if the game is fun, then it's fine, you know? Doesn't matter if something's broken. Like, I love Morrowind. Morrowind's one of my favorite games ever. Morrowind is broke as shit. Like, you can bust Morrowind so easily. And once you know how to do it, it's more of an active endeavor to not bust the game by basically just screwing with stuff. Like, oh, well, I just want level 5, you know, 5+ level ups. I don't really want to make, you know, Potion of Intelligence to... There's certain things in older games that are just, they're fun to kind of bust and play around with. But I think it's that exploration, and especially with video games that are older, like Zelda is a great example. Zelda's a good example. Pokemon, early GTA games. There was this kind of vague mystery to gaming back then, where as consumers, or at least for me, as a stupid child, it felt like there was this whole level of wonder, like, oh, what could be hidden in this, game? What could the developers have put in here? Oh, what's this? What's that? You always felt like there was so many secret things hidden all around. They could be under, any bullshit trash can, essentially, in Pokemon. Oh, you do this 30 times, you get that. It could have been anything. And it basically comes down to, like, there was this sense of wonder in old video games. Pretty much anything before, like, the mid-2000s. You had, like, GameFAQs and stuff in the early 2000s, and then you had, Game Informer, Nintendo Power, whatever, telling you stuff. But you didn't know for sure that you knew everything. Now, as soon as a game comes out, like, 9 times out of 10, all the mystery's gone. Like, the game's been, like, combed for information for weeks and weeks. By, like, early beta test, just there's a glut of information that kind of ruins the mystery. And that is a bit of a shame. I mean, that's just kind of what you got to deal with living in kind of modern society with the internet and how everything's kind of connected. And that's, I guess, part of the reason also why, like, you play a game like... Yeah, people do dig in the files, and they know exactly what's in everything now. I forget this is the one that takes you back. Yeah, it's just, there's not a lot of mystery to the things anymore, because you know either A, the capabilities of the system, or B, like, okay, well, there's only so much on the disk, there can only be this, or, well, disk. But all the files, they get combed through very quickly, and then it's just like, oh, well, there can't be this, that, and the other thing, because we would know if there was an entire second world in this game. I would have found it, and it's just like, oh, well, it's not fun. It kind of ruins the mystery. It's fun to pretend. As a kid, I was like, oh, you get behind, Bill's secret guard. Oh, crap, I forgot about this thing. Yay. Okay, that's totally stupid. I'm not doing that. Pointless. But, yeah, like, there's so much secret, like, of things, and I think that feeling of, like, discovery is really important, especially for children. As an adult, you're like, oh, it's fun to, discover things. But when you're a kid, it's very important to be able to figure out things. Let's see. By the way, Marvel Rivals has full body models. I don't know who they did that for, lol, but I guess they wanted a piece of the Overwatch tennis. Yes, I agree. But don't forget who the real pioneer of gaming NSFW was. It was Elizabeth from BioShock. Oh God. Yeah, that is kind of weird they did. I mean, it's whatever, I mean, I'd say it's one of those things where it's just know your audience, If that's what people are there for and that's what they want, then that's what people are there for. Like, I'm not going to sit there and judge them. Oh, I always thought it was funny. Yeah, you can go up here and there's a secret back there, but it's kind of redundant. It's just more extra lives. But yeah, it is a bit funny that they're kind of getting in on that now. Where, like, I bet like 3 or 4 years ago that would have absolutely. Oh, I was looking at the chat and I forgot that ceiling falls all the way down. I thought it was going to go back up. Very true. Huge software leaks because of BioShock. Yeah, BioShock and Overwatch. Yeah, absolutely. BioShock and Overwatch are like, I don't even know if people like. It's crazy to think, like, BioShock Infinite came out, like, God, 2011? Something like that? It's crazy how long ago that game came out. And now it's just like, wow. But yeah, those two games really did change a lot of, like, the, like, stuff you'd see for, like, people doing, like, Source Filmmaker, like, Gary's Mod shit. You'd see all sorts of, like, Source Filmmaker, like, animations with the Overwatch girls and Elizabeth from BioShock Infinite. I mean, that's fine, it's whatever. If that's what people like, that's what people like, it's whatever. I'm not gonna knock it. It's whatever, man. It's a game. It's you don't have to look at it if you don't want to. I'm sure people were excited about that. I mean, I guess the proof that people like that is like I think it was Asmongold was saying it. He says like the proof that that's kind of what people want is the fact that gacha games are so fucking popular, and it's like, yeah, he's not wrong. Yeah, you're right. People spend an inordinate amount of money and stuff on those kind of games and time to grind out their waifus, which I'm not gonna say is wrong. You can do it. It's fine. I've grinded for stuff similar. You know, I'm not gonna pretend. Yeah, what's up, Ludwig? But yeah, I mean, it's just if that's what gaming, you know, if that's what people want, then fine, you know, whatever. I mean, it's always been kind of a thing. I mean, there's just a certain level of like, you know, sex appeal that sells, and it's just how it goes. I mean, people can act prudish about it. They can say like, hey, you know, I don't like this, I don't like that. I'd say it's fine, you know, it's fine. You don't have to like it. It's just, it is. It's just, it is what it is. And I think a lot of people get really bent out of shape on that. And it's like, oh my god, like you always hear people be like, did you know there's like, on the internet, naked pictures of anime girls? And it's like, wow, no shit. I'm so surprised. Like, of course there are. Don't act coy. Everyone knows there is. Oh my god. So Level Up Leon, like, what's your favorite Mario game? we'll switch topics away from the NSFW. Or just pick a topic. I don't care. I'll go for it. I'm bored. I'm just here to chat, man. I always like that one. It launches it like. I always found that to be really funny. That one and the one where he blows up the castle and it blows up in his face are always my favorites. Force of Illusion. This is one of my favorite levels, or at least favorite areas. I always found the little bit of mystery to be really fun. Lol, I'm looking back into Mario World once I stream again, moving into VTubing with a name change sometime this month. Oh, cool! I don't have any advice. I literally, like, this is like maybe my third stream ever. And I only just, like, picked up the VTube avatar thing, because I was like, well, I kind of want, like, some avatar or something, but I don't really want my... I don't want my face there, you know, like, who the fuck wants to look at me, you know, at least you put a cute little anime girl there, and it's like, hey, you know, at least it's something. But it's not hard, I mean, at least to get set up, really. Ooh, the game's lagging. Just, you know, you just put it on OBS, put the transparent background, and then just place the VTuber avatar. Fuck you. You place the VTuber avatar on top, but I'm sure you know that already. What do you usually stream? Oh, you say, having a fight cat, Elmo be a slime. Ooh, slime? Slimes are cute. The only slime, I'm trying to think, who is that? It's, Leaflet. Leaflet. If you know who that is, she's a slime. She's like a slime character. Why do you like the slime? Is it, do you like, what was that, that anime, the, Slime, what is it? There's Slime Life? I think that's it. Is that it? Or is solo leveling? God damn. I've been a historical gaming enemy. Yeah, it is a historical gaming enemy. Slimes? Yeah, that's a pretty classic enemy. I mean, what was it? It's Dragon Quest, I think. Yeah, it's Dragon Quest. That's the one where it's like everybody knows the slime from. I'm more of a Final Fantasy guy, actually. I've only ever played like one or two of the, I think it's Dragon Quest game. I think I played one, and I was like, it's fine. I just never really, I was like, I gotta play Final Fantasy. But yeah, slimes are classic. They're in lots of stuff, you know, all the way from, God, I guess there's slimes in Zelda, right? Am I crazy? Yeah, there's 100% slimes. Well, I mean, you might call them something else, but there's slime-like enemies. They're in Zelda, and then, you know, all the way up to, like, Minecraft. You have that kind of crap. Slimes are cool. Likes! Non-human eyelids by mid-range PC. Oh, shit. I looked away. God, yeah, I do remember the likes. Oh my god, I remember as a kid, like, being so pissed off playing Link's Awakening when I got eaten by one, and I was like, oh, it's okay, I'll just get out of it. And then it's like, my shield is gone. I was like, are you kidding me? Sandwich-looking things. Yeah, they're weird. They're weirdo-looking things. I always kind of thought they looked a bit like, Oh, that one brings me back. God damn it. I always thought likes looked an awful lot like, you know, I don't even know if they make this toy anymore. There was that toy, it's like a tube, and like it's wrapped up around itself, and you basically squish it and it flies out of your hand. I always kind of thought they looked a bit like, damn it, like a bit like that. I don't remember what those are called. God damn it. Damn you, boo. My whole setup right now is so jank. Like, like, you wouldn't even believe it. Like, I have, like, my it's not my desk or anything. Like I said, it's a old CRT television. No, isn't yeah. Yeah, you say, oh, that thing. Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. I don't know if they make those anymore. I'm sure, like, they're probably a choking hazard or something for children. They were like, I'm gonna put this in my mouth and eat it, and then they're like, I think everything's a choking hazard for children. They're, like, kids are stupid. They'll put anything in their mouths because they're like, what is this? Like, it's just a kid thing to do. They're dumb. So you gotta make sure everything's, like, extremely hard to die from choking on. Like, I remember as a kid, like, almost choking to death in school because the mozzarella sticks were too mozzarella-y, and it, like, went down my throat. I was like, oh god! I couldn't I was, like, pulling it out. It was like a damn shoestring, like, pulling out of my mouth. I was like, I'm choking to death. My friend was like, what the hell are you doing? I was like, oh my god. But yeah, slimes are cool. So, what do you say? You stream Mario? Do you usually? God damn it! Like half paying attention. Sorry. I really should probably set up my computer so it's like sitting forward, so I don't have to keep moving my head like an idiot. But what Mario game do you like to play? Is it Mario World or what? Oop. Oop. I'm using it to get back into streaming, nostalgia gaming world. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Yeah, I've lately just been doing kind of the same thing. Just playing like the more classic, you know, games that give me like that sense of nostalgia. It's more fun. It's more rewarding feeling. It's comfortable, you know, in a way. And the modern stuff, it's fun. Like, it's good. Don't get me wrong. Like, Mario Odyssey is a good game. It just doesn't hit the same as Mario 64 does or Mario World. But yeah, I agree. Mario World's one of... I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite. It's tied neck and neck, I think, with 3. 3 is really fun, but for a different reason. Mario World is like my relaxing game. Like, this is a game where I'm like, I know this game. It's fun and relaxing, and I like it, and it makes me feel like good. 3 is like my I kind of want a little bit of a challenge. Like, this game can be challenging, but it's not nearly as unforgiving as 3 can be in some regards. Just a moment, I'll look at the chat. Hang on, as soon as I get out of this. Oh, I had like full speed. That was weird. Okay. I haven't played anything past GameCube. For the Mario games, I've... you know, it's weird. I have Galaxy. I have Galaxy 2. I have... Okay. I have Odyssey. Never really played any of them. I mean, I have... Or I guess I have Wonder also. But I never really played any of them. So it's kind of a... Oh, come on, dude. It's kind of a shame. I know they're good games, but... Whoa! Okay. That was very much luck. Yeah, I haven't really played much beyond, like, the GameCube either, at least for the Mario games. Like, I have them. I have them physically. I haven't really played any of them. I did love Sunshine, though. Sunshine's a fun game. But it's got a completely different vibe to it than the older sets of games. I do love, at least on the GameCube, Uh, Wind Waker? That's a fun one. I do love me some Wind Waker. That's one of my favorite games. And I don't think I've ever even beaten. I just ran around a shit ton. The GameCube controller itself is really comfortable. Not my favorite controller, but still a nice controller. And the GameCube's got a great library. The best thing about the GameCube, honestly, is that if you get a Nintendo Wii, you bought a GameCube also. So you don't really even need to own a GameCube anymore, because the Wii is also a GameCube. It's kind of like a PlayStation 1. There's almost zero reason to own a PS1 when you could just own a PS2. Because every PS2, and a PS3 also, I guess, but every PS2 and PS3 is also a PlayStation 1. So it's like, why even have it? I mean, I have 3, so I don't know. I don't have much room to talk, but I do. Oh, I hate this guy. Get the fuck away. Oh, go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. I think he's like Rip Van Koopa or something. Oh, I hate that guy. He's a piece of shit. Him and Big Bertha from Mario 3 are my least favorite enemies. They're like total assholes. Did you ever play, Yoshi's Island? Because that's one of the few ones that I've actually never really played more than like a few minutes of. And everybody says it's like really amazing, and I'm like, I believe it. I never really got around to playing it. Oh god. Oh god! Get the fuck, oh, you son, no. Oh god! Oh god, I hate those things. You say I've yet to do that one. Want to do it though? Yeah, same. I really would love to get around to playing Yoshi's Island. It looks really fun. I've never heard a single bad thing about Yoshi's Island. I've only ever heard people like praise it. So I know it's a great game. I've never gotten around to playing it. It was the one Mario game on the Game Boy Advance that I just didn't have. So I never really played it as a kid. I never played any of the, like, Mario RPG games, even though I have them. Like, I have Paper Mario, I have Mario RPG, like, I have a good couple of them. Mario and Luigi, I think it's like Brothers in Time or something. I have them, I've never really played them. They just kind of sit on my shelf, and I'm like, wow, I'm glad I spent money on this. This hobby is crippling me financially. I'm never gonna financially recover from this. Oh god. Oh, you know what's a really good one? If you haven't played it though, Leon, is go play Luigi's Mansion. That is a really fun game. It's so good. I love the original Luigi's Mansion. Like it's one of my favorite games ever. And it's just got a really great little atmosphere. Luigi's very expressive in it. It's fun to go around and hunt down the booze. It's fun to try and like get as much money as possible throughout the game, so that way you can get like the better house at the end. I would highly suggest, if you haven't played Luigi's Mansion, to absolutely go do it. It's fun as fuck. I did parts of it, never finished it. Oh no, why not? Not a big fan? That's alright. That's a good thing about gaming, is that there's so many different games that there's something for everyone. Just didn't find the time. That's fair, you know. Life gets in the way, man, you know, like, okay, here's a good example. So, when I was a kid, I played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Just like a shit ton. I was like, damn, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, they go hard, they're fun. I love 2 especially. Just so much fun. And I waited, like, God, 15 years. Or was it 20? No, I think it was 15. Yeah, it's 15 years, or whatever. For Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out. And I played it for like an hour, and then I was like, yeah, I don't have the time for this, and I just don't want to play it. I'm like, I immediately was like disappointed, but I just was like, I don't have the time for this, because I was really busy at the time, and now I'm like, maybe I should go back and play it, and then I'm like, nah, fuck that, I'm not playing that. And there's too many games out there, especially, that take a lot of time and dedication to play nowadays. Like, Like a game like Monster Hunter, like you can't just play like 30 minutes of Monster Hunter unless you're like, oh, this is my game, I'm playing for 30 minutes, a night for the next 2 fucking years. You're gonna be playing those games for a long time. Oh, sweet. Okay. I always get lost in the Force of Illusion, like which one's the right one? But there's some games, yeah, like you really have to find a lot of time to spend on them. Like any big RPG game can really sap time, especially. Like I've played all the Final Fantasy games up to 10. So I take it back. So I've played 1 through 10. I've beaten them at least. I've played 10 too, like off and on throughout my life, and I've just never gotten around to actually finishing it. And I've beaten 14. But like, when people were like, "Oh, I got done with those. I beat them all in like a." I beat the first 10. They came out the remaster or whatever for the Pixel remaster, which is a great remaster actually, by the way. Thanks, Chuck. Screw you, Goomba. But those games really do. Oh, I just remembered. Final Fantasy games are my when the internet goes out forever, I'll have something to play till the power goes out games. You know what? That is absolutely a good choice if you're going to pick that game. I know exactly what I have to do here, but I think I need Yoshi. So which level has Yoshi? I think I need Yoshi. Yeah, no, I would say Final Fantasy is... Those are great games for the power goes out. It's when the shit hits the fan, yeah. Absolutely, I would suggest it. If you do get them, or if you have them, and you're just like, well, I've got time, and, why not? I'll just sit here and play these games. There's, you got time. We're gonna pretend it's a zombie apocalypse, which is one of my favorite things to just pretend. It can be any apocalypse, doesn't matter. Plague, it doesn't matter, whatever. But you're like, oh, everyone's gone and there's no internet. I gotta stay inside. I would suggest playing 6. 6 is probably the best one for that. That's like, oh yeah, this is topical almost. But at least in terms of like the first 10 games, I would say the best one is 6, then 10. 10's really good. 10's got the best combat system by a country mile. Like, I love the combat system in 10. It's very, very well made. Like, I love... You kind of have all these things lined up. For good replay value, 5. There's a lot of options in 5 for how you want to kind of play your character and set up things. Then I'd say... 7. 7's pretty good, but it's a bit overrated, to be 100% honest. And then 9. 9's really good, but it's kind of slow. Like, they even added it so you could have, like, a 4th character in your party because they were like, fuck, this shit's so slow. I know I don't need Yoshi for this one. Okay, thank God. But yeah, so I'd say in order, at least from my favorite to the least favorite, I would say 6, 10, 5, 7, 3, 8, 9, 4, 2, or 1, then 2. Don't play 2. 2 kind of sucks. I actually got the best version of it. I played it on the PS... The first time I played Final Fantasy 2 was on the PSP, which is the best version of the game. It's very beautiful. Very well made. But it's still a busted-ass game. Like, its level system is so dumb. It's bad. Like... So the way that it works in Final Fantasy 2 is that instead of like killing monsters and leveling up like any other RPG, it doesn't work like that. It works off like Oblivion Morrowind rules, which is fine in an open world RPG, but terrible in an action but terrible in a JRPG. So, for example, that's not even the right example, I guess. But for example, to gain health, right? If you take a shit ton of damage in Final Fantasy... Why did I jump? Why did I jump? if you take a bunch of damage in Final Fantasy II, and then heal yourself, and then the battle is over, you don't get anything. But if you take a crap ton of damage, and then, you know, you can, by the way, also you could hit yourself. So if you just, like, you get an enemy in a battle with a slime, let's say, and you beat the crap out of one character, and then you let the battle go on for whatever amount of time, and then you win. You will now get a bunch of, like, level up stuff, points in your, for your character for health. That's how you get more health, by getting the crap beat out of you. So you can game this really easily by basically just beating the crap out of one character, casting Cure or Fire or whatever, and then you can level it up so many times. It's ridiculous, and you can become broken very quickly, or you can be completely underpowered. Final Fantasy II's level system is just really dumb. I can see what they were going for, but it doesn't work in practice, and I really wish they could have fixed it for the Pixel Remaster, but unfortunately they didn't. But the best thing to use is your fists. They level up very, very well. Yeah, it's a very weird system. Like, I would not suggest playing 2 unless you're, like, just morbidly interested. Like, it's a weird game. And it's got some weird level curves, too. Like, you can just suddenly walk into an area and just get your ass beat. Oh, this one's good. I always love that. Just boom. Yeah, the notes I would say is the Final Fantasy 1, you can just kind of play however you kind of feel like. You can get lost a bit easily, but like maybe every now and then you can look up a guide and just be like, hey, where do I kind of go? 2, like I said, just I'd skip it. 3 is fun. I do like 3. 3 is like the beta version of 5, I would say, because you have job systems in 3 and 5. Oh, I love this level. It's a pain in the ass. But in 3 and 5, you have jobs, right? So jobs being like, you know, black mage, white mage, whatever. And there's a lot of points in the game where it's just like, hey, you just want to play as, you know, this character for this thing, and you're kind of required to use it, and it kind of sucks. That's the problem with 3. Like, there's a part where you need to be, what is it, a Mystic Knight, I think it is? And if you're not, there's an enemy that's just going to keep spawning forever. Like, you're never going to kill it. It's dumb. And then that's the only special thing about the Mystic Knight, is that you can kill that one enemy. It's like, that's kind of dumb. It's kind of forcing you to play that. Whereas in 5, there's not many occasions, I don't think there's any occasions in 5 at least, where you're forced to play as like a specific class. You can pick and choose kind of what you want throughout the game, and it's really fun. So you can kind of build up your characters as they go. Like, oh, I really want a geomancer. I really want a dragoon. You know, it's fun. I think 5 is probably the one with, at least out of the first 10, I think 5 has the most replayability, at least for challenge runs and just, you know, being able to say, hey, I want to make my class this, that, and the other thing. And I would also say the best version of 3 to play is the DS version, which is on Steam. You know, if you don't mind, it's like kind of chibi aesthetics, which I find kind of cute, to be honest. It's a really, really good 3D remake, and there's extra content. Oh, damn it. There's extra content, and there's more of a storyline going on, whereas in the original one, you're just 4? Yeah, you're wait, no, let me think. Yeah, 4. You're 4 rando kids, Onion Knights, I think they're called, and they just are like, I gotta go save the world, I guess. And you're like, what the hell's the story with this? But in the DS remake, your characters actually have a character, and that's kind of nice. But you know, it does kind of hinder the ability to like roleplay in a little bit of a way. That's part of the reason I don't really care for 4. 4 is way too heavy on playing Cecil's story, which is fine. I like Cecil. He's a cool character. I like the whole arc. But there's a lot of like, damn it. There's a lot of like filler moments in 4, I'd say. And it feels like the game is very much guiding you, like, oh, this is what you gotta do, this is it, this is what's gonna happen. It's like, it doesn't, I don't know. 4 just feels very, how do I put it? Predictable, I guess. Not to say any of the Final Fantasy games aren't fucking predictable. They absolutely are. Oh, I was hoping you turned a stone. Damn it. Let me think. Yeah, the only game that I think in the series, in the first 10 games that I was like, there was like a that like big shot. Oh, what was the director's name? What the hell? What was the director's name? Oh, gonna kill me. M. Night Shyamalan. The only M. Night Shyamalan twist I could think of in the first like 10 Final Fantasy games was probably in 7. There's a pretty good little twist. Well, I'm not gonna explain it. It's kind of, it would ruin it. Well, like, it's like a 30-year-old game at this point. It doesn't even matter. Anyway, I would highly suggest. Damn it! I'm okay. I need to lock in. Anyway, yeah, no, go play Final Fantasy if you get a chance. They are very, very, very fun games. They're very well made. Play the Pixel remasters because you can speed up combat in those, and that can take out a lot of the grind. And that is probably the most annoying thing in those games. Is just grinding shit out. Because when you're a kid, you have tons of time to grind. When you're an adult, you're like, I don't have time to fucking spend here bullshitting around. I mean, you do, but like, you got other stuff you gotta do. Ghost houses suck. Especially this one. Oh! Okay. Lock in, lock in, lock in. Yep. Wait. Oh my god. No, don't laugh at my ineptitude. I hope to never have to open a Final Fantasy game, but I certainly will before I die. I mean, hey, if that's your goal, then yeah. They are huge time sinks, I will admit. They can be very fun though. But they can be extremely annoying. Very time heavy. And I would say there are a lot more games, especially nowadays in the last 30 years, that have come out that demand your attention or are just going to be more enjoyable to play, especially if you didn't grow up with them. I didn't grow up with any Final Fantasy games except for 10-2. And that game I only got because my brother was like a 15-year-old boy, and I was like, hey, brother, hey, Zilnor's brother, why did you get Final Fantasy X-2? And he looked at me and he goes, Zilnor, have you seen the cover? It's got girls on it and they're hot. And I was like, oh, well, yeah, I guess that makes sense. That was the Final Fantasy game I grew up with. So I was like, what the hell is going on in this story? I had no idea what was going on. It made no sense because I didn't play 10. it only was like in the last 2-3 years I played 10. And I was like, oh, that's what was going on in this game. So that's kind of my introduction to those. Okay, that was luck. But yeah, I would say they're fun to play. But if you're not extremely nostalgic for them, or you don't have like that curiosity of like, I kind of like that sort of game. I actually got into playing Final Fantasy mainly because my buddy was like, hey, you should play 14. And I was like, yeah, okay. And I played 14, and I beat it. You know, I got all the way through. Well, I guess now it's not called being beat, but I got through Endwalker, and I thought it was a really good game. But now, but then I was like, well, I kind of want to know what the hell all the obscure references are. And I played all the first 10 games, and I was like, wow, those are really cool. And I'm like, now it's funny to like look back and see all of them. Let's see the comment. The 10-2 commercial sold me, bought it, and eventually gave it to a friend. Never got to play because time was short then. Yeah, I don't know the commercial, but I'll trust you. I can imagine what the commercial probably was like. But yeah, no, that's I mean, that's just the story of your life. You know what I mean? Like everybody's life is just if I just had more time, And then when we do have time, we don't ever use it the way we really wish we could. And then we look back and we're like, damn, I had time. Yeah, it's just how life is, man. You know, it's a shame, but you know, you only get 24 hours in a day, and you gotta allocate them somehow, and you don't always get the choice on why you get to spend them in a certain way. Girls dancing on floating platforms is singing, then fighting some rando dudes. Oh, yeah! It would have been the intro sequence then, yeah. Okay, yeah, no, I can tell you 100%. Like, that's probably what sold my brother on it, too. He probably saw that and was like, oh, yeah, that's what I want. I was, like, way too young for that, but that was what we had. But yeah, I guess if I was going to take a stab at it, that's, the commercial would have just basically been the intro scene, which is, like a concert thing. You know, when I read that at first, I got really confused, and I thought you were talking about the reason you were short on time is because girls dancing on a float and punching a dude out, and I was like, damn, dude, you've been living the life. You've been living a crazy life. Oh, shit. Oh, come on. There we go. Yoink. Yoink. I never really get this, the star ones. They never really made sense to me. Oh, I should have... No, wait. Oh! No, I don't need Yoshi. I always love this secret. Yoink. 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 I still haven't tested that thing. I was gonna say I just haven't had a chance to test out the Koopa Shell. But yeah, I do love RPGs, but the RPGs like I grew up with were mainly like Oblivion, you know, Fallout, you know, those were just kind of when I first started. Well, I guess Pokemon. Pokemon would, I guess, be my first RPGs. I played the shit out of Pokemon as a kid. I even got that, like, old man, like, accent for it, you know? Like, I think the kids called it Pokemon now. Pokemon. I remember the anime coming out, and I called it Pokemon. Because that's how Ash called it. He was like, now where's my Pokemon? So now every time I say Pokemon, people are like, what the fuck? Old man? I'm like, no. Oh. It's crazy, you know, Smash Mouth was right, man. You know, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. This, I remember as a child being the hardest... No, wait, is this the castle or is this is the fortress? This fortress and the castle, Wendy Koopa's castle, I remember as a kid being, like, the most ridiculously difficult parts of this game. I was like, nah, I can't beat it, it's impossible! These are like giant pencil sticks. God, that wasn't even... I had more trouble on the ghost house than that. I'll say that and then I'll get my ass beat right here. Watch. Come on, Thwomp. Yoink! Okay, so... If I remember right, like I was saying earlier, the part where it becomes easy is right here because... I don't know if I hit the right switch. I think it's the... Is it the blue switch? The one that traps a couple of the mini Thwomps? What are mini Thwomps called? Thwompettes? No, that wouldn't make sense. Oh yeah, see, it's the red one. Okay, yeah. See, if I did that, it would have been a lot easier right here. Because I'm fucking stupid. Yoink. Ah! Make random grunting noises. Oh, see, that's the reason I sometimes don't like the cape. Because it'll launch you, like, really high like that, and I didn't... I did not want to launch high. Oh, my God! No! Oh! Ah! It says, when I play this again, I look forward to looking on the palace back... When I play this again, I look forward to taking on the palace back door again. Yeah, the palace back door is the way to go, man. Like, it is such a cheese. Like, oh, I totally forgot there was a goalpost in this. That's nice. Yeah, going in the back door is way, 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 way better than I mean, it's quicker. You can literally get to Bowser in, like... Let me think. You would have to beat Donut Plains 1, then it's Side Ghost House, and the lake. You can get there in, like, I think, probably, if you're really rushing it, 30 minutes. And you don't have to go through all the bull crap that Bowser's Castle is going to make you have to do. Which, I'm not going to go for the back door on this one, just because I said I'd go for just the main route. So I've got to, unfortunately, go for the front door, which kind of sucks. Not that it's the hardest thing, but it's kind of a pain in the ass, you know. I can't believe that I died to that. That really makes me mad. I really can't believe that. That was so dumb. Come on. Why? The back door is hell for an impatient 6-year-old. Trying to get to it, absolutely. It's absolutely essential for an impatient 6-year-old, I'd say. Oh, you can't fall past that. I thought you could. I understand. When I was a child, I was extremely impatient. When I was a kid, the level that really screwed me up, and I'm sure you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It was Tubular, the one where it's the one in the special world, where you have to float. And I hated that level. I could not beat it. I was like, I hate this game. This is the worst thing ever. It's awful. Because that goddamn level is the worst. You got... I'm trying to think, like, what's the most difficult level, like, for someone who's really impatient? I mean... I get through this like 5 times and I never get hit, and then it's the first time I have the damn mushroom with me, I get hit. I will say though that that part of the reason I could just spin jump over him. What am I even doing? Part of the reason why this is probably a little bit easier for me on this than maybe some other like players would be, is because I'm playing on original hardware and I have it set up to the CRT, so I don't have any level of delay. So it is a little bit easier for me to kind of like make little quickie jumps and moves. So whenever I fail, it's probably just me being a fucking idiot. I opted to not mess with 80% of Star Road, not fun. I agree. I think majority of the Star Road is a pain in the ass. It's not very fun. And the only reward you get... Oh, Resnors? These guys are bitches. I don't think I've ever died to these guys, which is the same thing that someone who's going to die to them would say. Yeah, no. As a kid, I was just like, oh, the Star Road, I just wanted that 100% completion, you know? You don't even get anything good for it. I mean, for the Star Road, you get, like... If you haven't completed the Star Road all the way, I'll explain. So if you beat the Star Road, and you get all the hidden exits or whatever the hell, there's a spot that appears in the middle, and... that spot takes you to the special zone, and there's some bullcrap levels in there. They're named after, like, stupid, like, 1960s, 70s slang, like, Turbo and Tubular, dude. I think dude's literally one of the levels or something. I'm surprised Bodacious isn't in there or something stupid. But they're really stupid levels, but you could tell there are a lot of, like, experimental ideas that probably were just, left on the cutting room floor. I'm sure someone in the development was like, I got this level idea, and it'd be kind of cool to use, and someone went, yeah, but it's not fun. It's kind of annoying. And they were like, well, I kind of spent time on it, and they went, we'll put it somewhere, but not somewhere someone has to go. And if you beat it all the way through, the only thing you get... I legitimately thought I could stand on him as he was falling in the tar. I do not know why that... Okay. But anyway, the only thing you get for beating it is that all the Koopa's shells, they turn it... Well, a lot of the enemies change a little bit. So, like, the Koopa's shells, they turn into, like, Mario heads, but they kind of look like a dude with, like, a baseball hat on, really, more than anything else. You know, it's early Super Nintendo, so it's still a bit odd. God damn it. Piranha plants become like jack-o'-lanterns. There's a couple other small differences, but it's... Honestly, I think it just kind of ruins the aesthetic of the game. Like, every time I've ever played it, I'm like, I don't like even doing it. Like, I just do it for the, you know, the completion if I was, you know, when I was a kid. But I always wished I could turn it back, because I didn't like it. Let me think. I think you also... Oh, you never got that? Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, it's a total pain in the ass and not worth doing it, so you didn't miss much. I think there's also... I think... Let me think. It's... If you beat every level in the game, you get, like, all the exits or whatever, the game turns, like, red? I don't know how to describe it. Like, you could probably, like, Google, like, a picture of it. It's like, you know, Mario World 100% complete or whatever. Like, maybe that's when you beat the Star Road. I can't remember. It's one or the other. But basically what it is that, like, Yoshi Island will be, like, kind of this red color. Like, sort of an... I don't know, maybe, like, an auburn... What the fuck? An auburn color. It's like the world map just kind of changes, like, palettes, really. There's nothing special about it. But, yeah, that's really all you get. It's not worth doing, to be 100% honest. God, I wish I could look down. I'm too scared. I don't remember this level too well. This is one of those levels that I was always like, this is why I said Chocolate Island was probably going to be the hardest section of the game, because it's the section that I usually just skip over, because man, I was literally at the exit when I died. I'm dumb as shit. But we're getting there. Now we have the hardest castle in the game, in my opinion, at least. I'm going to open a drink. Oh, well, we still have this one before. Actually, I do kind of like this level. It's an easy way to sit here and just kind of farm out, getting, like, feathers and stuff. So you don't have to be going into Winnie's castle, like, totally unarmed. Do. Grab Yoshi. No. No. I don't even care. There we go. Here's what I was talking about. Feather. And like I said, like, I mean, you've played this game, so you know what I'm talking about, Leon, but it's like, you can just absolutely fly over 99% of this game if you really want to. So it's... That's the part I always struggle with, is that, like, there's that urge to be like, well, I could just kind of cheese it, but, I mean, where's the fun in that? When you're a kid, it's like, yeah, it's fun, but, you know, when you're older, sometimes it's kind of fun, but it does take the challenge out of it if you just kind of fly over everything. It's sort of like having unlimited health in, like a lot of games, where it's just kind of like, well, I mean, it's cool for a few minutes, and then you kind of get over it, and you're like, well, I kind of want to play a game, not just play God. I mean, sometimes it's fun. Yeah, you miss a lot. Absolutely. And the worst part about it is that, like that's just kind of the thing to do. It's too easy to do. Like, I've accidentally flown a couple times in this. You just end up missing a lot, and I think that the best thing about these older games, especially just like the first, like, I would say the first 4 Mario games, you know, Mario 1, 2, 3, 4, or Mario 1, 2, 3 World. I think World in Japan is called Mario 4. There's just a little, like, there's that extra bit of craftsmanship, I feel, in these early games, where it's still early on in, like, gaming. You know, they're kind of cutting their teeth on things, and they really want to make a good game, and they know that they can't screw it up, because this is Mario. If they screw up Mario, that's bad. You know, this is only Nintendo's second console. So they can't afford to screw up. So there's such a level of care put into these, like, earlier games that I think flying over them flying over everything is a real disservice to the developers, like all the effort they put into it, but it's more a disservice to yourself. I mean, you're missing out on so much fun. This is the part that I always hated. Oh god. Ah! Ugh! There's no way I got through that without getting hit once. What the hell? Dude, as a kid, I would have thought I would have been like, Zilnor, you're a god. You're a god amongst men for being able to beat a game designed for children. Oh my god. You know what the best part is that when you're a kid, you think you're just like so good at games. And then you get older and then you're like, yeah, I'm okay at games. And then you see some of these guys on like, you know, guys and girls on Twitch or like, you know, that's on Twitch or YouTube, and you're like, oh, I ain't shit. I ain't nothing. These guys are way better than me. And I think that's part of the reason why, like, a lot of, like, games nowadays, they do have that feeling of, like, a little bit of, like, not feeling super special. Because, so for example, like, oh, go for it. So back in the day, like, if you were good at Call of Duty, it was a big deal. But, like, now everyone knows the meta. Everyone knows exactly what to do. Oh, come on, Wendy. Yep, one. See, I feel like this one's actually an easier fight. Because it's not... let's say then I get hit like an asshole. Oh, come on. I don't want to do this castle again. Come on, come on. I'm worried about the time. Oh, come on. No. Yes! Oh, no deaths through Wendy Castle. I can't... I'm just that good. I'm just that good! Yeah! It's such a stupid thing. Oh, I don't even know what I'm saying. Anyway, but everyone knows the meta now. And it's like we were saying earlier, how, like, as soon as a game comes out, everything's crawled through. Everyone knows... thank you. Thank you very much for the comment. Solid play. Is that everyone knows all the tricks and tips and all the little things. And you miss out on, like, making your own kind of... journey through the game. Like, if you know exactly what the best meta of the game is and you just go for it, it's like, I mean, you're playing the game, but you're not having your adventure. So, like, that sounds so stupid, but, so, like, when I play Call of Duty or anything, I still use crappy weapons. Like, I love the M16. I love, like, the FAMAS or whatever. They're never the best guns. Not anymore. For the longest time, those kind of guns in those games aren't the best. But, like, they're fun to me. I like using what I think is fun to use. And if it's not meta, it doesn't bother me. Even if I suck at the game because I'm not using the best gun. And in that way, same. There's tons of, like, methods to play like Mario that are, like, speedrunner tips and tricks and all these things. And yeah, you could use them. And I'm sure every now and then I do a little bit. But I like to just kind of do... P90 fan Stargate. Oh shit, the P90! You know, I was just watching a thing... Took my eyes off for 2 seconds. I was just watching a thing the other day where it was talking about the P90, and it was showing that scene from Stargate where they're like shooting about the targets, and they're like, wow, this thing's fucking cool. I remember, I love the P90. The first time I saw that thing was in, oh, I think it was Ghost Recon. I'm gonna say Ghost Recon. It was either that or like Rainbow Six Siege. Or Six Siege, Jesus Christ. Rainbow Six Vegas, I would say. One of those. And then I played like Modern Warfare 1, and the P90 was in that, and I'm like, this thing's so damn cool. I wish I could own a P90 in real life. Oh, they're so cool. I love the design. I love the little bullpup design, and then... that, especially the ones with like the integrated like reflex sight on the inside, those are fucking tight. They're so cool. Like, it's a cool looking weapon. It's got a vibe. It's thankfully one of the guns that's kind of stuck around. Whereas, like, I'd say the other one of those, like, it used to be iconic, but now nobody gives a shit. Ah, damn it. Nobody gives a shit about it now is the XM, I think it was the XM8, I think it was. It looked like a fish. But it used to be in everything. Like, you know, being like James Bond games, like Nightfire, or TV shows, like, I don't even know. I'm trying to think. I'm sure it wasn't a bunch of TV shows. I feel like it was in Jericho, but I don't think there's a reason it would be in Jericho. You ever see Jericho? every time I bring that show up, I'm like, has anybody ever seen that? But yeah, the P90 is fucking tight. I love the P90. The 5.7's a cool cartridge. Never seen it. It's about this town in, like, what was it, like, Colorado? And, like, basically World War III happens while this guy's visiting his family there, and then they gotta, like, you know, the town's called Jericho, and they gotta, like, kind of deal with the fact that now, like, Denver or wherever that's closest to them just got nuked, and society's gotta fall apart and stuff. It's a cool show. I watched it recently with my sister, and it wasn't as good as I remember. Which is the worst thing ever. You ever, like, go, oh, this show's awesome, this show's awesome, and then you watch it with someone, you're like, fuck, this show sucks. Like, it's still good, but, like, it's not that good. It's more good because I like the apocalypse kind of stuff. I like that whole, like, survival shit at the fan prepper kind of thing. Like, when I was younger, I used to watch, like, Doomsday Preppers and stuff all the time. I thought it was the coolest crap. But she was just kind of looking at me like watching. She was like, Zilnor, this is kind of meh. I was like, no, it's good. She's like, okay, dude. I was like, fuck. Oh, come on. Every time I fall through here, I'm always kind of scared that those... oh, God! Oh, God. Oh, sorry. I was getting off on a tangent. But yeah, the P90's cool. P90's cool. I gotta go get one. I gotta go get one at some point in real life. But the problem is that the civilian one you can buy, it's like it's got that, like, it has to have the 16-inch barrel on it unless you get a short barrel rifle tax stamp legally. Which, you know, for legal reasons, I would advise you would always do the legal thing. But that's, you know, the whole point of the P90 is that it's this really compact, like, versatile weapon, and it fires, like, really fast, and you're just not going to be able to get a full auto one, obviously, because there are, you know, legal reasons. But assuming even if you could, or even that you want one, you still have to get, like, the damn 16-inch barrel, and then it's just like, well, you might as well just got an AR-15. It's kind of stupid, which sucks. I mean, you can get a P90 with the short barrel, but you're gonna have to pay that stupid ass $200 tax stamp, which is a pain in the ass. Damn it, which is kind of a pain in the ass. But I mean, it's whatever, you know. Whoa. But it's whatever. I could talk about firearms all day. Like, I love talking about firearms. It is, like, one of my, like, great loves of life. You know, like, I just love talking about that shit. So. Yoink! Ooh! Whoa! I have to be off. We'll follow. Party on. Well, thank you, Leon. I hope you have a great rest of your night then. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Woo! Alright. Woo! This level's always confused. Oh, God. Oh, God, there's so many charging trucks! Oh, my God. Ah! Oh. Oh, hey, look, it gave me the mushroom. There we go. I don't know if you got to see that, Leon, but it gave me the mushroom at least this time. Maybe next time it'll give me the extra life. Just depends, but we'll have to see. Oh, so this is the level with that I was talking about earlier, where if you just it's halfway through. Nice. It's halfway through. If you just get hit. Whoa! If you get hit, are you screwed? Okay. But halfway through, when you get through this tunnel, you just jump backwards, and it'll take you to the secret area, and that will let you get to the back door of the castle, which would be nice. But I sadly said earlier that I was just gonna play the game as if I was just going from level to level. So if I happen to go through something, it's fine. But it's right here. Is it this one? Wait. Yeah, I think it's right here. Am I crazy? Maybe it's not. I know the Yoshi thing's right here. It might be on the next section, actually. I have to double tap. Oh, man. Double tap? Now I'm thinking of, like, Black Ops Zombies. Do-do-do. Da-na-na-da-da. I do find it funny, though, that Mario and Luigi look different in... Oh, God. Oh, damn. Every time. They look different in a lot of games, but in Mario World and 3, I think? No, I think it's 3. No, 3, he looks different. But in Mario World, Mario and Luigi are literally just a color palette swap, just like in Mario Brothers 1. Super Mario Brothers 1, rather. And I guess Mario Brothers. Which always kind of threw me for a loop, because it seems like a really weird design choice to make Luigi lose his personality again. But, it was early Nintendo, so it's like, oh, it's early Nintendo. Isn't it fucking... It's just wild to think that these games came out that long ago at this point. Like, this game came out before I was born. Like, this game came out in, like, 1991, I want to say. Like, very long time ago. Like, that's now 34 years ago. Damn. Talk about a while. Do 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 do. Oh, right here is where I always do. God, every time, I know if I just hold right, it's gonna be fine. But every time I do it, I'm always like, no. Oh, so right here was the part I was talking about, where if you just go up right here, it'll take you out. That's the spot. But I need to complete it normally, so I wish I could, but I can't. The floor is going to start rising. Oh, God. Yeet. 24. Not doing too bad. How long have we been going? We got an hour and 46 minutes. So we're doing pretty good. On track to beat the game in about probably 2 1/4 if I do good. Just depends. We'll have to see. Oh, shice. Hello, hello. Oh, this is the ghost house that you have to do the thing. Yeah. Pain in the ass. I'm not even gonna make it. Oh, I did. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Here we go. Every time I do this, it's a guessing game. Up, right, up, right, up, right, up, right, up, right, right, up, right, up. Nope! Went through the door! I'm stupid! Why? Why did I go through the door? Ah, that area can be a real pain in the ass. I'm convinced that's the reason they have so many coins in this level and so many extra free lives, because it would be really, really hard to do otherwise. Like, I imagine kids... I mean, as a kid, I got stuck. Oh, you can only do it once. Fuck you, boo. Okay, I can crouch and get up there, but it's gonna be really hard. Oh, God. Oh! No, I don't think I can. Oh! Baby, yeah! I knew I could do it. I only doubted my abilities for 20 seconds. Oh, no. I went the secret way. I've got to do it again. Damn it. I'll just keep going. I'll just keep going. Why do I keep... You know, it's funny. It's the second time I've gotten hit by that one. I will say, though, there is something to be said, especially about playing these on an old CRT monitor. It really does help. There is that lag that doesn't really exist so much. Oh, well, that's useless. Screw you, boo. So now I gotta remember which one's the way to go. I know it's gonna be right, but I do not know which door. It could be a lot of them. I think it's like the... I think it's... Well, okay, I thought it was the fourth one, but I'll go for the third. Oh, it's third! Okay, sweet. That works. Bingo. Bing, bing, woohoo. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Take another drink. Yeah, I'll continue to save even though the battery on this thing's dead. Oh, it's this level. As soon as I say it, I die. Okay. Yoink! I knew I could do it. This is a really hard level. And I think the next one is also underground, and it's got these things in it too. I think this is the only two levels this even appears in. Which is weird, but sure. Ugh, these are hard. It's not even hard. It's just damn it. It's hard. I'm just gonna say it's hard. Yeah. It's frustrating. I think that's the phrase. Yoink! Hey! Oh! No! No, 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 no! Yeah, okay, there we go. I'm always convinced that I'm gonna hit these and slide right off, and I think that's what throws me off. But you don't. You just kind of stick to them. But it feels like something that you would kind of slide off with like a little bit of momentum. Like if this game was Sonic, you would totally fall off that shit. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Bonsai Bill! One last attack. I think that's the last Bonsai Bill of the game. No, there's one in the castle, I think. Oh! Jeez, that was close. Bam! There we go. Oh, my neck is killing me. Thank God I got this, like, comfy chair with, like, a neck pillow thing going on. The last regular level of the game, Valley of Bowser 4. Yep, I was right. This is the one with... Wait, it's not? Huh? Oh, it's with these guys. Real pain in the butt. Yoink! 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 I think this just takes me back. I'm a fucking idiot. I knew that was going to take me back, too. I don't know why I even went... Oh, the feather. Yeah, okay. That's worth it. It's not really a hard section. And to be fair, the feather's going to be a lot more effective against these chucks than the fire flower will. The fire flower really gets overshadowed in this game. The flower's just too good. I mean, in Mario 3, the Tanuki suit and the raccoon tail, like, they're usable, but they're not the most broken thing in the game. But generally, in Mario World, it is. The cape, without exception, is always going to be your best friend. Like, I can't think of a situation where it's not. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And there's the Yoshi tune again. Eat that up. Keep going. Yoink! I remember as a kid, this gave me so much trouble. I don't want to do that. It's cheating. Yoink! Yoink! Keep going. Goalposts should be up here. Yeah, see that those blocks make the game a lot easier. Oh, here's the secret entrance, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to beat it regularly. You need Yoshi for that. So if you don't have Yoshi, you're basically just SOL right there. So we're finally down to the last two levels of the game. We got a fortress castle, and then we got Bowser's... I mean, the flashing Bowser sign just makes me think of, like, Agrabah from Aladdin. It looks like something from that. This is a pretty hard castle, if I remember right. But you can also just jump up there and I think wait for a while. God damn it, I blinked. You can just jump up there and wait for a while, so you don't really have to actually follow this for much, if I remember right. But might as well. This is a lot easier on an actual Super Nintendo than it would be on an emulator. Like when I'm playing like on the Virtual Console, like this is a lot harder. But right now I'm on my Super Nintendo, so it's way more manageable because I have that immediate reaction time. There's no lag, there's no delay, and I'm on a CRT, like I've said a billion times. So that really does actually help. Plus the game looks really, it looks so good on a CRT. If you guys want to play this game, like, and really enjoy, like, the fun pixel art and just kind of having a good time, I would so suggest playing it on a CRT. It really does make the game look so much better. Get yourself, like, a Trinitron? The Sony ones, if you can. But any CRT really will do. This one's an old GE one from, like, 1982. And I'm just using, like, a crap composite one, so... Oh. There we go. I think I got to disconnect for a second. That was weird. So... Yeah, absolutely use a CRT television. Whoa! Kamek's not affected by those, I forgot. Magic Koopa, Kamek, whatever you want to call him. Okay. Okay, I'm dumb. Come on. Hit me. Hit me, Batman, hit me! Okay, well, that works too. Hit! But yeah, CRT televisions really make these older games really pop and look just so much nicer. And I think probably because of the way it's run through the converter, it doesn't actually look terrible on the, Are you kidding me? It probably doesn't look too terrible on the video, VOD, whatever. Do they call them VODs on Twitch? I don't really know. Whatever, on the video, it doesn't look too terrible, but that's just because it kind of looks a little grainy, which is kind of how you actually want it to look. Thank God for the green one. Oh God, if I got hit right here, I would have just, I would have been so mad. And we're back to this crap. Not a hard fight at all. In fact, just like the beginning one, it's super basic and super simple. So now, just one more fight. Just Bowser. And then we can be done. We can claim victory over this game. I was hoping to get to 100 lives by the time I got here, but I didn't want to farm or really go and, you know, like I said, farm. So why not, you know? Level Up Leon says, "Hey dude, good stream." Thank you. Or maybe that was a message. I don't know. But thank you, Leon, and thanks everybody else that's come out to watch this and just kind of sit around and watch me play some Mario World. You know, I really enjoy playing Mario. There's some of my absolute favorite games, and I'm very appreciative to have people sitting here watching me and talking or just chilling and listening to me, you know, shoot the crap, shoot the breeze. Bye, Yoshi. So let's complete this. I don't remember the door number. I think it's like, what is there, 5? Is there 5? There's 4. I'm gonna go with 3. It's not 3. Crap. Actually, no, I think this is the right one. This is kind of an interesting part. Alright. Keep going. Oh, yep. Ayo. I ain't no fool. I got this. God. Oh, okay, so it was 3. Okay, 6? I do not think 6 was the right answer. I think I'm gonna have to do this one again. Oh, no! Oh, the bonefish. The bonefish. Damn it. Oh, no. I knew this was going to be a problem. I guess I'll go for door number 1, just to kind of see what the variety is. Oh, it's the Stomper. I can't even remember the last time I used the front door on Bowser's final castle in Mario World. I'll try to. If I remember right, this is going to be the one with the buzzies. No, it's not. Huh. I call the buzzies the ones that look like a little sun. They, like, rotate. Oh, God. Boop. I always found that funny. You just punch them through. I guess that's, like... Is that the first time Mario's actually been able to punch? Well, you use 5. Oh, God. Are you kidding me? Oh, I am not making this. I'm not making this, bro. I'm not making... Oh, this is gonna be a hard... I actually think that Bowser's Castle in 3 is easier than this one. 3 is a relatively easy go. You just run through it, just fly up, you know. Oh, here's the buzzies. Oh, that background's so trippy. Okay, go. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. 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 Uh-huh. Perfect. Yes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. I guess we'll try door number 7. See what that one's about. Oh, God. It's these bastards. Bowser statues. Ooh! Oh, you can't jump on his back! See what I mean? I haven't played this one in a while. This is where all those extra lives are going to come into handy, because I can play through the whole game, and I get to Bowser's Castle, and I just fall at the goalpost. Proverbially and literally. Do, 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 do. Punch. Punch. That's probably the easiest one to do. Okay, well, what, 5, 6, 7, I think there's 8, right? We'll see what 8 is. Charge and chucks? I ain't worried about no charge and chuck. Oh, no! Oh, my own hubris. It's getting late, guys. It's getting late, and this is what happens. This is what happens. Oh, I talk such a big game, and then I'm just such a fool. Oh! God! I'm gonna lose all my lives here. I'm gonna lose all my lives. No, 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 no. Okay, so in room 1, go to door number 2. That's very much the most easy one. Then go to room 5. Fuck. Okay. It's all about the timing. That's the issue. Okay, I think I got it. Oh, just barely. Disco room. Oh, this is actually really hard on the CRT. This is really dark. What does it look like on the video? It's about the same, but it's actually really hard to see this. I love these guys from Mario 2. It's kind of cool to see them show up again. I don't think you can jump on them. I think you need to spin. I think if you jump, you will get killed. Okay, there we go. We did it, boys. Let's fight Bowser. He's so derpy looking. I always love this Bowser fight. It's just a fun, like, it's like he shows up and you're like, damn, what could Bowser be doing this time? And he shows up in a goddamn clown copter. Like, what in the f... Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, Peach, where you at? I always thought as a kid, like, you could get hit by that, but you can't. He's gonna throw the fire. Are you shitting me? I refuse to go get a power-up. I refuse to get a power-up. I can do this shit. I can absolutely do this. I have the confidence, the vigor, the... Oh, God! No, I don't. I do not have this shit. Why didn't I just run across that? You can absolutely run on that. Oh, I can't believe this is becoming such a headache. I've died here like 10 times. And I did so well for the rest of the game. I cannot believe this. Next time I play, I'm just going through the back door. This is bull. It's not even hard. It's just like, it is hard. Like, I just suck. Wasn't 5 the one that I went through last time that I was like, yeah, okay, this one's actually not bad. As long as I get the timing, it's okay. Oh, no, I was way too late. Okay, go, 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 go. Gotcha. Alright, turn the disco ball on. Smash him. Smash him, smash him. Oh, miss him, whatever. Whoa. Careful, bro. You're from Mario 2. You only get a few more games. I don't know if these guys have ever shown back up. But it is nice to see them throw a little bit of love for Mario 2. The American version, at least. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let's fight, Bowser. God, when it's stretched out to widescreen on the VOD, it's like so chunky looking. In game, he's like about an extra third he's about an extra third wider on the widescreen. So it's very weird. Bowser's also looking really green. I mean, I guess that's his color, but still. I kind of always associate him with being yellow. Come on, clown. Whoop. There's that... What is that? Mode 7, I think they called it? Jeez. Okay, okay. Yes! Give me that mushroom. Here we go. Now the fight begins. This is just like the end of Donkey Kong Country 2. I can play the hell out of that game. It's so fun. That's a harder game, though. And I get to K. Rool at the end, and he's just a really hard boss. Always spin over these, because if you do touch it, you can actually bounce. Okay, throw your little Koopalings, or the Robo-Koopas, whatever you want to call them. God damn it. Oh, I just flubbed that so hard. Oh, why didn't I spin? That was a dumb move. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Here we go, here we go. He's not really even a hard boss. The only thing I can think of that's really hard about him is that fire can catch you if you're not really being careful. And if you don't know what you're doing, you can miss the Koopa... the Robo-Koopas, like, a bunch of times like an idiot like me. Oh, no! I keep saying things are easy, and then I get my ass beat because I'm an idiot. I'd be the I'm the quintessential Greek hero, just felled by my own stupidity, my own hubris. I love that saying. Hubris. It's like, ah, yeah. There we go. There we go. Peach, please, help me out. Give me a mushroom. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, final phase. He's gonna do this jumpy thing. Not hard at all. He's actually even easier doing this than before, I'd say. Boom! Yes! Yeah! Hell yeah, we did it. We did it, chat. We did it. Oh. Mario's adventure is over. Mario, the princess, Yoshi, and his friends. I like if you're playing with Luigi, it still doesn't even mention him. It's like, screw Luigi. Are going to take a vacation. Firework time. Oh. Well, that was a fun one. I love Mario World. I think it's a really fun game, and it's not really hard to just blaze through. That last level really, I think it's just because like I haven't played that last level in so long, and I just, it's kind of getting late, and I'm just like, I just keep screwing up like an idiot because I'm just being stupid. But yeah, there we go. That's Mario World. So I guess I'll end the stream once the credits roll over. But again, thank you everybody for coming out to watch and chat and hang out and watch, play some Mario World. I mean, it's a fun game. I like Mario World. You should play it too. And if not, watch me play it again. I don't know. I think this is the first game I've actually played on stream that I've played to like a level of completion. Most of the other games I started like Fallout or like I was playing Oblivion the other day, but I just haven't gotten around to like playing more of it because like this seemed like a more fun thing to do, and like I'm just starting to stream, and like I would say I'm really good, but I'm good enough at Mario that I feel like I could at least play and make it somewhat of an entertaining time to watch. So, yeah. I hope everybody had fun. Shigeru Miyamoto. Dun 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 dun. Oh, we got all the eggs. Now, I didn't rescue any of the other Yoshis or do whatever. So it's still the same. I was never really sure if that made a difference, because I think every time I've ever really played this, I've always gone to the Star Road and gotten, the other Yoshis. Oh yeah, I forgot. You have these Parabomb, Paragoomba, Lakitu, Fish Lakitu, Babomb, Spiny, Warbler, I think his name is. Amazing Flying Hammer Brothers, Super Koopa, Charging Chuck, Locust Volcano, Jumping Piranha Plant. I don't think that Charging Chuck's in the game. He's got like a blue uniform on. Sumo Brother, Monty Mole, Pokey, Bullet Bill. Oh, and if you beat the game and you have the Star Road thing, they will show up with their like alternate versions here instead. Bonsai Bill, Mega Mole, and Rex. There's a couple enemies in here I don't think I've actually seen in the game. Not in this run, I mean. Like, there's the torpedoes. Weird that the Koopas took so long to show up. Like, they should have been the first enemy. Blarg, Swoopers, Buzzy Beetle, Spike Top. I always like Blarg. He's cool. He's like a weird Yoshi. Yeah, there he is. Torpedo Ted and Porcupuffer. I didn't see those at all in the game because they're in... I think I saw the Porcupuffer actually, maybe once. They're in Soda Lake. They're only in one level. Boo Buddies, Fish and Boo, Eerie's, the Big Boo. I love Big Boo. He's a fun boss in the Ghost House in the Donut Plains, the second one. He's a fun little boss. Hothead, Little Sparky, Bony Beetle, Dry Bones, Thwomp, Thwimp. Oh, so there was a name for the small Thwomps. They're called Thwimps. Fishbone, Grinder, Ball and Chain. I don't really know if you needed to designate them with a name, but okay, sure. Why not? Reznor. I'm glad he came back, at least for
what was it? New Super Mario Bros. 2, I think? Mecha Koopas. I did notice that those little enemies at the end, I don't think they get mentioned at all. They don't. That's so weird. Morton, Bowser, Lemmy, Iggy, Ludwig. Oh, the end. Hey, at least Luigi got some love. He finally showed up. Well, I think that's everything then. So, once again, thank you everybody for coming out to watch, and I hope everybody has had a good time. And I'll probably be streaming again. I'm going to try and get more of a regular schedule going on, and I hope to see everybody on the next stream. So probably sometime around tomorrow. I'll just kind of see how it goes, play it by ear, you know. But I hope everybody had a great time, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. Thank you, and take it easy. Zilnor out.